On this show, we speak our minds and open yours. This is
Bongari Drummo.
It's the headlines.
Parliament welcomes visa reforms announced by Gigaba, and Twitter to ban dehumanizing comments with user help. A very good afternoon. I am Rose Rataga. Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs, Hlomani Chauke, has welcomed the broad visa-related reforms announced by Home Affairs Minister Malusi Gigaba on Tuesday. The reforms are aimed at boosting tourism and implementing various visa modifications to enable ease of travel for business people and to attract much-needed investment, Chauke said in a statement on Wednesday. As part of the reforms, Gigaba said the documentation proving parental consent for a minor to travel was no longer a requirement. However, it is strongly recommended that travelers carry this documentation, he said. The visa reforms are due to be implemented ahead of the festive season because of their potential to create economic growth. Furthermore, the committee welcomed visa reforms intended to benefit business people from BRICS, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa countries, Chauke added. Twitter on Tuesday reached out to users for help crafting a ban on comments that dehumanize people and set the stage for real-world violence. A policy change that Twitter has been working on for several months is intended to broaden hateful content restrictions at the service to include barring tweets dehumanizing people based on race, religion, sexual orientation, or other social grouping. Language that makes someone less than human can have repercussions off the service, including normalizing serious violence, Vijaya Gad and Del Harvey of the Twitter Trust and Safety Team said in a blog post. We want to expand our hateful conduct policy to include content that dehumanizes others based on their membership in an identifiable group, even when the material does not include direct target. Catch me again at 2:30, bringing you your latest sports bulletin. Make sure you remain hydrated as temperatures rise to 29 degrees Celsius in Johannesburg, 28 degrees Celsius in Lagos, 23 degrees in Washington, D.C. If we have missed anything newsworthy, feel free to let us know using the hashtag #TheDramaticTalk. We are brandlive.co.za on Facebook, Brand Live Radio on Twitter. I am Khaugelo Rebel Rose Rataga on Facebook as well. Next up is the Dramatic Talk with Bongani Drama.
Shit manje maboyitile manje spacing arena one mapa motsa pilo ka rena ke morate because no le motho ka ntlha so got a minute chabarifite umunati mo baka bongwana usazogcwala yebo chabarifite umunati mo baka bongwana usazogcwala yebo malum aratela li presa aratela ofenswa recleti monate malum aratela li presa aratela ofenswa recleti monate
la porra man Kenya makengeli no lomi rishibani mahlo la ipatlisa agale ringa itaftisa arifaya la ikwatisa aratemela la ipatlisa aliteta la ichaivisa la porra
chabarifite umunati mo baka bongwana usazogcwala yebo chabarifite umunati mo baka bongwana usazogcwala yebo malum aratela li presa aratela ofenswa recleti monate malum aratela li presa
Letletseng
aratela ofenswa
le batlang
recleti monate
Sho ditlhogo di a spina ka mo major shapa pina bana ba re tena ka ntle ka ba batle hore bona ha ba batle ho imixa se re jola le spinza ba tswile ba itshasitse ka o khetse ho fasitse
chabarifite umunati mo baka bongwana usazogcwala yebo chabarifite umunati mo mo bona follow us tlare so no so sankira zuri bi pepe akinya ko half wa mpano re ke bang es la vita ke punto ke matsona 10 out of 10 mamela mosana ke te bala bala ke te tlisitse mputsise why skoro up to saka sa sebeletsa simpachelete sa sebeletsa umpando wami wa sebeletsa umpachelete wa sebeletsa rifite umuna timo baka ngwana usazotwala chara rifite umuna timo baka ngwana usazotwala ya malum aratela liblesa aratela ofensa malum
7 minutes past 2, right on BrandLive.co.za, playing the background. I can feel it. Shaba Rifite, quite an amazing one, quite a stunning. We had that in studio about 2 weeks ago, and it was quite amazing. It was quite stunning. They're shooting the music video to this one, and I don't know if you're going to be part of it, but yeah, we'll see if you're invited. Thank you so much to Chiamano Makado on Heroes at Work, keeping you on the loop from 1:30. However, folks, right now though, it's time for the dramatic talk myself on Ghani drama. Thank you so much for streaming in. I see all your love on Facebook and everywhere else where you are streaming in from. Coming up in the corner, we're talking male rape, a phenomenon. Are you, someone that's been a victim, or anyone who's been a victim, and how did they come out of it? And if you want to know more and more about it, as we're going to be speaking about it a little bit later. Dramatainment coming through. Zonto Wabantu gets a reality TV show. That's going to be quite interesting, and it's going to be really, really amazing. Kanye West and Nick Cannon beef squashed over Kim K sex talk. Sports at 2:30 with Rose Ratacha also coming through. I'm going to be having a telephone conversation with Nomsa Mazwai, Nomi superstar. We're going to be talking everything, her life, her career, her new baby, and her new double singles that she has brought us with Harrison Crump. So it's going to be quite amazing. 9 minutes past 2. Rose Ratacha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Bongani Drama?
I'm fantastic. It was your birthday yesterday.
Absolutely.
And how was it?
It was amazing.
Was it stunning? What did you do?
I spoiled myself. I took myself out.
Yeah?
Yeah, just celebrated me, man.
Fantastic. That's very good. It's always good to celebrate yourself. I always say that, when you reach the age of 21 and going, towards all the other stages, is that your birthday is certainly your birthday and you have to celebrate yourself. No one else is going to celebrate you if you don't do it yourself.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a birthday celebration, you need to be the one taking charge of it. Unless really someone surprises you. However, your birthday is your birthday and you are the one that needs to celebrate yourself at the end of the evening.
Absolutely. And I feel like it's a time for you to reconsider or discover what you want in life or out of life.
Completely.
So yeah, it was quite amazing.
That's fantastic. Anything that we can look out for sports-wise at 2:30?
Kune and restructuring Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how they're making progress.
Oh, fantastic. I thought you were talking about his girlfriend, because they've been taking lots and lots of Instagram pictures, but we're not there. Alrighty, folks, it's 10 minutes past 2, right in the Dramatic Talk on BrandLive.co.za. Thank you so much for streaming in. Welcome aboard the Dramatic Talk.
Askhulumeni in the Convo Corner.
Check this out.
It's time for the Convo Corner.
It is absolutely time for the Convo Corner. I mean, look, on the Convo Corner, we touch on a lot of conversations that a lot of people are afraid on touching on, more especially because, they're quite sensitive. And, I mean, if no one else wants to speak about them, then why not the Dramatic Talk speak about it? Rose is speaking male rape. Do you know anyone that has been a part of it? Anyone who's been a victim of male rape? Because it's quite a phenomenon. And I think a lot of males are really scared to go out there and to report, cases of them getting raped.
No, unfortunately, I don't know anyone, and it's quite a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to find out more
about it. Now, a significant proportion of victims of rape or other sexual violence incidents, and it's male. And generally, rape is still thought to be a crime against women specifically, and has been historically defined this way. Like I mentioned when I started the conversation, to say that it has been meant for women more than men, and a lot of males are afraid to speak out.
Absolutely. Yeah, it goes back to what I keep talking about when it comes to the role of males in society.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't want to be seen as weak.
Completely.
testosterone, masculinity running
all of those
through
things.
their blood. So
Shucks.
I can guess for victims who've been through this and
Yeah.
are still dealing with it, I can guess that it's very difficult for them, especially in the world that we're living in today. Yeah.
It's scary and it's sad at the same time. Now, although many cases of male victim rape have become subject to public discussion, rape on males is still a taboo and has negative, connotation among, heterosexual and homosexual men. Now, community, service providers often react to the sexual orientation of male victims and the gender of the, perpetrators as well. Mostly male victims try to hide and deny their victimization, similar to female victims, unless they have serious physical injuries. Eventually, the male victims may be very vague, in explaining their injuries when they are seeking medical or mental health services. Now, it is difficult for a male victim, especially, in a society with a strong masculine custom, like you mentioned, heterosexual or gay, to respond to sexual assault that is experienced by him. Now, they're afraid that people will doubt their sexual orientation and label them as gay, or that they may be, seen as unmasculine because they were a victim. Now, a perception of being gay is also a motive for rape in many cases, because I mean, a lot of males that are sort of a part of it or have been raped. It becomes a matter of then a lot of people would go, but are they gay? Is that the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the biggest thing about it. But do you think that they are actually, gay? So that's the other thing. If are they
In most
homosexuals?
cases, you would find that they're not.
Yeah.
And I can imagine how dehumanizing that would be as a man
Completely.
to be raped.
Completely.
All of your your dignity is taken away from you. And hey, rape is rape. Whether it happens to a man or a woman, it's still rape, and it's
still
wrong.
And obviously, because of society and societal stuff, you get to the police station and you find cops laughing at you because you're raped, and they ask how did it happen, and what were you doing, and specifically. And I just think that we need more and more places where we can go to as male victims to say, but this is what's happening, and I've been raped, and can I fix it? Can you guys fix it? And I want to speak to someone. Can these people get arrested? Because also then the question becomes, the people that actually are raping the male, because they are also male, are they homosexuals? So it's another I think psychologically then it becomes such a thing that we need maybe to even bring in a psychologist in studio to actually find out more about it also, as to how what are they thinking, the people that are raping the victim, and how what the victim is thinking about it also.
I totally agree with you. We need more insight on this because it's happening.
It is happening.
We're not just speaking about it because we heard about it on social media or something. These are topics that people are afraid to talk about,
Completely.
but we should talk about because it's happening in our world, and it could happen to anyone at any time. It could happen to your son, it could happen to your brother, it could happen to your dad, your uncle, anyone.
That's very true. Now, the phenomenon of male rape in our society is less spoken of because of the stigma, the shame that is often attached to. Now, a lot of boys grow up being man, bottling up their anger at having been sexually violated. It's never easy to openly talk about being sexually violated, especially as a man, because it is considered unmanly to do so. Here's a story. Now, a story by Anonymous mentioned that I managed with the end of the conscription campaign to get mastered into the Air Force, which will be non-combatant. So he was part of the Air Force, and there had a lot of things that were going on. Now, he mentioned that I got used to being ridiculed on a number of occasions. The officers would call everybody for a talk, and they would say, watch out, because anybody could be a spy, and they would even mention my name, he says. Now, stress got me one night, and I got very, very intoxicated in the bar and stumbled back to my quarters. Now, on my way, I was grabbed by some man who pulled me into a room and violently raped me. I was intoxicated, and they were bigger and stronger than me. I tried to fight them off, but I was overpowered. I was violent. He mentioned it was violent. I beg your pardon. Today, I can still remember the smell of their sweat, though I was too intoxicated to remember their faces. That was the last time I'd been hopelessly intoxicated, he mentions. My trust for males disappeared, as did my tolerance for people who were tipsy or intoxicated. I felt uncomfortable in all male environments. I can imagine the gym, could be anywhere else. When it was over, I was in shock, and I felt like I had been dumped like a dead animal. I got back to my quarters and showered for hours. The bleeding finally stopped, he mentioned. Now, at the age of 39, everything came to head for me. I spent almost 18 months in therapy. I was fortunate, I could afford it, and I had, luck the first time. The therapist was a leading expert in the field, which was very good. Right now, the antidepressants I was prescribed worked well, started to put the puzzle together. It is like he started a puzzle of unknown pieces, but did not have a picture. So he said he did not know what the outcome would be. With the entire situation. I mean, here he is now, he's 39 years old and he's still having to deal with what happened a few years ago with regards to being raped.
Absolutely. So what happens to a person who doesn't hit luck, who can't afford therapy?
Completely. What happens to them? You know?
We need more NGOs, to take part.
To speak about it.
Yeah.
Now, from a legal perspective, sexual abuse of man can be divided into two categories: abuse against children and abuse against adults. Now, abuse against children. Abuse against children up to the age of 16 is generally referred to as child sexual abuse, CSA, and happens when an adult or older adolescent uses a child or younger adolescent for sexual stimulation. Now, CSA can take many forms, including asking, for pressuring a child to engage in sexual activities regardless of the outcome, exposure of the genitals to a child, displaying a pornography to a child. Now, actual sexual contact with a child, physical contact with the child's genitals, viewing of the child's genitalia without physical contact, or using a child to produce pornography. I mean, a lot of pedophiles are doing this, and a lot of them to male kids. And I know one story about is it GP Boys, the story that's been happening now about their coach, Parktown Boys, a coach that has been in actual fact been touching these kids for quite some time. And I mean, the alumni of the school as well have some of them spoken out to mention that actually the coach has been doing it for quite some years.
Yeah, and it's so sad. It's unfortunate that only people speak later on. So this person gets away with a lot in that duration.
Completely.
And so when these allegations come through, or these victims come through, then there are a lot of questions raised.
Completely.
When it could have happened a whole lot of times. Yet it takes time to actually prove that this person actually victimized all these people.
Because they can't speak. It's like with females. They are told not to speak, especially if it's a family member. It's always the uncle. It's so weird how it's always the uncle when it comes to females. The uncle raped me. And, it's always the case. And they can't speak out because, the uncle said don't speak or I'll kill you or whatever. Something will happen to you.
Yeah.
Right? Now, abuse against adults is the other form of sexual abuse. Abuse against adults falls into the following, broad categories. Rape. Under the Sexual Offences Act of 2003, it is the offence of a male penetrate with his penis the vagina, the anus or mouth of a female or male without their consent. Male rape became recognized in the law 1994 by the 2003 legislation made victims of rape gender neutral. Assault by penetration. Now, this happens if a male or female, penetrates the vagina or the male anus of another person without their consent. Now, the offense is committed where the penetration is by a part of the body, for example, a finger, or anything else, for example, an object of sexual intent. So if it's a broom, also up your anus, then it's rape.
It is.
Yeah.
You're violating the person's private parts.
Yeah, that's very true.
And you know what? The sad thing is that this thing is a chain.
Yeah.
If let's say, for instance, with the coach who might have sexually harassed these boys because he's harmed a certain part of them, then they feel like they have to do it to another person.
Completely.
That person will have to do it to
another person. So it becomes a cycle.
A cycle continues, and then eventually it has to be broken. It really has to be. That's why we talk about it.
That's so true. It has to be broken right now. Folks, if you'd like to know more about the possibility of taking legal action in the aftermath of male sexual abuse, you may want to know more about the ISVAs. Men Can Stop Rape by visiting sites like the mencanstoprape.org resources for male survivors as well. That's www.mencanstoprape.org. If you want to, find some help, perhaps you are the one dealing with the situation and you want to find some help, and if you want us to also help you out even some more, with some more information, like you can keep it anonymous, by all means let us know. Hashtag the Convo Corner at Bongani _ Drama Brand Live Radio on Twitter, brandlive.co.za on Facebook as well. 062-172-9002 is the number to dial, or you can send a WhatsApp voice note and keep it anonymous by all means if you want to, and maybe you never know, someone is out there to help you out. You don't have to bottle up until you're older and then you start doing things that you should have dealt with, when you were younger, when this happened to you. Alrighty, 21 minutes past 2 right here on the Dramatic Talk on brandlive.co.za. On the other side of this, Drama Team is coming through. But for now, Kamogelo, Sweet and Sour. Enjoy.
Sweet and sour, that is what you are. A lonely lover, that is what you made me, yeah. You got me fixated on all your up and down reactions, wondering how you gon' act when you sing the next time. Baby boy, you got me going crazy, yeah. So how's about you put your pride down? Tell me what's really on your mind now, honey lover. Tell me how you want me, yeah.
Always lonely, but you never alone. Baby. You the sweetest lady I've ever known. Baby. Have a deep connection when we talk on the phone. Baby. But always needing me when I'm in the zone. Damn. I never wanna see you frown. I never wanna let you down. We rock nation. Baby, we gon' run this town. You're the queen to my king. Baby, you deserve the crown. Only problem is I ain't really sure if I wanna settle down. I got a lot on my mind, but you're the sweet escape. Always coming to the rescue. Superhero, no cake. You could tell that I love thick girls cause I'm all about the bass. And you could tell when something's wrong cause you can see it in my face.
Sweet and sour, right to the dramatic talk on PrintLive.co.za. Quite an amazing one, and we love it so much. Thank you so much for streaming in. We love you so much as our listener. We have been doing great because of you. Thank you very much. Straight away, it's time for Dramatainment.
Extra, read all about it.
Scene one, Apple, take one.
It's the Dramatainment.
Is absolutely time for Dramatainment, and the first story we have for you is Zonto Abantu gets a reality TV show. How crazy is that?
I would love to see actually what happens in Zoto Abantu's life.
Right? Now, a new TV show is on the cards for controversial dancer Zoto Abantu. Cameras will be capturing the, pantyless dancer's side that may, many of us have been not seeing, from spending time with the 6-year-old son to getting cozy with her Ben 10. Zoto Abantu's real name, Zoto Libram, a 33-year-old, told a local publication that she would not be showing people a glamorous life, such as popping French champagne, whatever the case may be, because that is not who she is. She mentions, "I'm not fake. What you see is what you get," she mentioned. Which I actually think that's the truth. That's what she's going to be giving us. I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what she's going to be giving us.
She's such a raw person.
Yeah.
Because even when there was this whole social media saga when people were calling her ugly and stuff, she's like, but how's that any of your business? That's my business.
That's her business. She mentions, "I'm not fake. What you see is what you get." Insiders revealed that Zoto will be paid a mere 1 million rand for a TV show, which is good for her. Good for her side, which she neither confirmed nor denied, saying her finances were private. Now, the Vulture Queen is not bothered by her haters either. She mentions, "Whether I smoke snuff drink beer, or I'm a prostitute. I still put food on the table every month and I can afford to pay my bills and school fees for my son. Where you'll see the real me on the show. You'll see me right after taking a shower, she mentions. I know a lot of men that are going to be interested in seeing that one. My show will also touch the real issues that many people can relate to, such as borrowing sugar from your neighbor, she mentions. Even though I'm Zoto Abantu, I'm still human. I'm not perfect, says the Bablu Abantu. No one is perfect. That is why we have artists who have their, cars and houses repossessed. We couldn't pretend everything is perfect, but unfortunately, as a celebrity, sometimes we sell lies to the public. But this is not what my reality TV show is going to be about. She said everyone thinks that Zoto Abantu is a druggie, but on the show, she's going to set the record straight and her fans are going to be shocked. Zoto assured her fans that there will be many surprises in store for them. There's something that is going to shock the whole of South Africa. I'll be the first woman to do it. I wonder what that is.
I want to see.
Is she getting married to the Ben 10 perhaps? Has
a lot of people
been?
have gotten Ben 10. Mariah Carey got married
No, but I'm saying
to Nick
in
Cannon.
South Africa. You see,
I mean, there are a lot of people who are married to people younger
but
than
not public figures.
Women.
But that's what she's saying. That's something that's been happening in South Africa. But what else could it be?
Yeah, but that's not big. I don't think it's big.
Yeah, I don't know, because we've seen her naked. We've seen her with the Ben 10. I don't know what's next. I don't know.
What I want to know, is she a nudist?
She is, quite.
Okay.
And she
I
loves
respect
it.
her for that.
Yeah, she loves it so much. Actress and TV persona Palesa Muchuminyane is the executive producer of the show. Palesa, a baby daddy to Somizi Mhlongo.
Oh,
yes.
all right.
Kanye West and Nick Cannon beef squashed over Kim K sex talk. Now, Kanye West and Nick Cannon have come to a mutual understanding after going at each other on social media over Kim Kardashian West, and the consensus it is RESPCT. Now, sources tell us that Kanye and Nick squashed their beef this weekend after Nick responded to Ye on Instagram, basically telling him not to try and censor what he can or can't say in interviews. Now, we are told that they swapped numbers, in their IG GMs, and eventually both of them got to the horn to hash things out in a fairly long conversation. Now, they addressed why each of them felt disrespected. Clearly, Kanye was upset by Nick and said to Vlad TV regarding Kim's body, and Nick was pissed that Kanye was coming at him for being candid and truthful. Long story short, we are told they both agreed to be mindful of another going forward and to continue their friendship as well. There might be even an appearance that comes out of this too. Sources say that Nick and Kanye discuss coming back into Wild 'N Out, obviously, which is hosted by Nick Cannon. Now, he's been on several times before, and we are told said he's trying to make something happen soon. So I'm glad they squashed their beef. And look, Kanye was just being a man, was just being a husband, to say, don't speak about my wife like that.
Like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't speak about her like that. So don't do it.
Yeah, and I bet if Nick was still married, then she wouldn't want somebody to talk about his
completely
wife like
I
that.
think so too. And Nick is such a young man, and he was talking on how they can even talk about anything, about Mariah Carey, about anything and anyone else. And I don't think it's actually stunning for Nick to be actually wanting to include all his exes or everyone else he has slept with to any other conversation on television for attention. I just think he would probably just try to grab attention.
It's not ideal because then he's ruining his own reputation
completely
in a way that if he's trying to get fame, through other people, then it's not ideal.
Yeah, I think so too. And I just think he should stick to his lane. He must get another girlfriend, get a wife, and get married, and really get his life, on par. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Zoto Abantu's reality TV show is going to be on Moja Love very soon. So I can't wait to see that, and I'm really, really excited to see it.
Yeah, but
Alrighty.
Vaseline.
All right, folks, for more of that, catch Dramatainment every Fridays at 9 p.m. on Khao TV, a golden entertainment channel, hosted by myself, Bongani Drama. But for now, it's 2:30.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is
Bongani Drama.
Time to talk about sports.
Don't touch that dial.
It's time for the sports news and the sporting stars of tomorrow right here on
Brand Live.
Kickstarting your sports news this afternoon with soccer, increased concentration behind Chiefs resurgence. A very good afternoon, I am Rose Ratsaga. Kaizer Chiefs captain Itumeleng Khune says that Amakhosi have been working especially hard of late to cut out defensive mistakes. After a slow start to the season, Amakhosi have taken off in the past couple of weeks with 3 successive league wins to move joint second on the table. The last 3 games have been Chiefs conceding just once while scoring 8. The Glamour Boys currently the league's top scores. It's an improved showing at the back that has made the difference, Khune believes. And in tennis, SA's Harris suffers agonizing defeat in China. South Africa's Lloyd Harris suffered an agonizing defeat to Australia's Bernard Tomic at the ATP Tour's Chengdu Open in China on Tuesday. Tomic won a tight 3-set battle 7-6, 2-6, 8-6 in 2 hours and 11 minutes. Harris had a match point on his own serve at 6-5 up in the final set tie break, but surrendered 3 points in a row to concede the match. On Monday, Harris achieved his highest ever world ranking of number 129 after recording his first match win on the ATP World Tour. The 21-year-old defeated 5th seed Gael Monfils of France 3-6, 6-2, 6-2-1 in 88 minutes. His first match win in the main draw of an ATP event. And in golf, Woods' comeback inspires KU. There was one man who knew exactly what Tiger Woods felt when he completed an incredible comeback to win the Tour Championship last weekend. And for Mark KU, it's given him even more belief that he can make his own equally impressive comeback in professional golf. It's been 8 years since KU's promising professional career was halted by a horrific car accident from which doctors believed he was just lucky to survive, never mind ever contemplate playing professional golf again. But KU has never given up hope of returning to the kind of form that saw him win 9 times on the Sunshine Tour, earning playing privileges on the European Tour and tee it up alongside Woods, then the world number 1 in the 2005 WGC NEC Invitational. Catch me again later, bringing you your last news bulletin. Temperatures remain 29 degrees Celsius in Johannesburg, 28 degrees in Lagos, 23 degrees in Washington, D.C. If we have missed anything sports-worthy, feel free to let us know using the hashtag The Dramatic Talk. We are brandlive.co.za on Facebook, Brand Live Radio on Twitter. I am Khaukelo Rebel Rose Ratsaga on Facebook as well. You are still tuned in to The Dramatic Talk with Bongani Drama.
Thank you so much, Rose. Quite interesting sports, right? A lot of things that are happening. It's quite interesting to find out that, a lot of people are doing very good. I mean, from one Serena was doing the other day to what all the other sportsmen are doing as well. So it's quite interesting.
Yeah, and it's good that Tiger Woods is back.
Yeah.
I watched the game shortly,
and
nice. I could see that, I think he's come back and he's serious and ready to pull up his socks.
Yes.
Now that he sees that golf is his thing.
Completely.
He has great he doesn't have potential, he is potential.
He is. It's his thing. So if it's your thing, you have to take it by all means and take it with both hands and go for it. And, try by all means to stay, good and legal with it as well. He was snapped kissing his girlfriend as well. So it's quite interesting.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All the best for him.
All the best for him. 14:34 Central African Time, Roger the Dramatic Talk. Next up, I've a telephonic conversation with Nomi superstar Hang Tan.
It's the official Major World Online Stu Invasion.
Bars on bars.
What about me right now? It's about our guest. Bafethi skip on. I'm out ngathalele bafethi. Yo, I'm a flenyana studio bafethi skip on. Oh, freestyle nyana. Shenge freestyle. Fana kuma no baba Andy.
Hey baba Andy. Hashtag.
Ahlanganisela ama beat dog. Ngocela.
Young niggas ambition, waking up is working for money. Changing the past, feeding their fams, balang lali. We keep it running like SPV, exchanging money.
Man, nice.
Hey. Call them unexpected experts. White sweatshirt.
Hey.
Looking down on these niggas, my damn neck hurts.
Woo.
You can go ahead, homie, give me your best work. I bet you take your phone out and mumble up your first words.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
Hi, this is Kulus Kenjana, and you're listening to Active Spaces Insightful Conversations with Ayanda Sitebe. Makos.
What's happening, everybody? Catch me every Thursday on Brand Live Radio at 2 p.m. talking everything film and television. Film Chat with D every Thursday, 2 p.m. Brand Live.
brandlive.co.za.
24 minutes to 3, right to the dramatic talk on brandlive.co.za. Insightful conversation with Ayanda Sitebe every Thursdays from 12 p.m. right here on brandlive.co.za. On the line, there's Nomi Superstar, born 1985 in Soweto. And that was, ablaze with the hope of freedom. The third daughter of a school teacher and a journalist as well. Nomi, welcome to Dramatic Talk. Hello, Nomi. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for being on the line and being with us.
Oh, always happy to come and join you guys.
Stunning. Nomi, first and foremost, let's go straight to it. Where did you grow up? I know you grew up in Soweto, but how was it growing up in Soweto back then?
It was different. It was interesting. I was very young.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a lot happening in the country politically. And it was just a very vibrant, interesting place. But I had the most interesting parents who were amazing. And we had a lot of books at home. And we used to read a lot about Black consciousness.
Nice.
About Steve Biko, about Robert Sobukwe, about everything that was going on.
Yeah. But is this why?
So it was an informed childhood.
That's fantastic. But is this why then some of your lyrics then touch bases on politics, and they are witty and they're really, really just engulfed together?
That's exactly. When I sing about what I think about, and what I think about is what I read.
Nice.
So that's why it's such a blend.
Oh, Nomi, that's fantastic. You're single, maybe I. Why do people think it's international?
Because I'm international.
Right? Yes, I was about to say that, but I wanted you to say it because can I just be honest that a lot of people when listening to it, they thought this was an artist that was in overseas or whatever the case may be, someone in New York singing it, but it's yours. And how did you get that? How did that affect you in any way?
It's flattering to associate you with something very positive. And I worked with an incredible producer. We had a great relationship. We created magic, and I'm just glad the music touched people.
That's amazing. That is so interesting. And now, Nomi, you are a new mom. You recently had a baby. And because of, I just want us to tap into the complications you had before even being pregnant. How did that come about? How did your doctors then, eventually say, actually, Nomi, you are pregnant? Are you still with us, Nomi? Alrighty, similarly, Nomi is. Are you still with us?
And mine was quite big, and all the doctors were saying that it's really not. It's not possible.
Yeah.
And so when I felt pregnant, I was so happy and feeling blessed and feeling just fulfilled.
Yeah.
What a journey it is to become a mother. It's absolutely incredible. Nothing can replace it. There is absolutely nothing on the face of the planet that is like the love of a mother for her child.
Oh, wow.
And the love of a child for her mother.
And how has the baby changed your perspective? Just being a mom and your perspective about the world, about the workplace, and about human beings in general.
I see that it's very important to find your own balance in your life.
Yeah.
And that includes like how you move around in the world and how you move around with people. And now that I have a child, I focus on that balance and who are the people I want around me, and what is it that I want to be doing? And, you know, you just create a new universe.
Completely.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
I can imagine, I can imagine for all new moms, I mean, you bring this this new human being in this world who's innocent, who doesn't know anything, who doesn't know that human beings can backstab you, human beings can be a little bit cruel sometimes, and I think they change the perspective of a mom by all means.
They really do, and they make you a mom that's like, human beings are wonderful.
Completely.
Human beings are nice people.
Yeah.
Human beings are just awesome.
Yeah, in actual
Because
fact.
you pick the people you bring around your babies,
Oh,
and you pick the world you want them to see. You pick everything for them, and
Yeah.
so I just choose to pick everything positive, everything beautiful, everything
Stunning.
wonderful.
Stunning.
Of course, a few heartaches and a few pains every now and then.
Yeah.
Just to make sure your child is in touch with reality.
Of course. Right?
But,
to get it, to know that
but
actually
it's
it
just
stings.
different.
Yeah. Because sometimes it does sting, and I mean, we try and get over it anyway, right? And we get back on track. Alrighty.
Pardon, I didn't get that one.
Nomi, I just wanted to talk about Losing Myself and You Are as well. These are, new amazing singles with Harrison Crump. How did that come about?
Oh, what? You won't even believe.
Yeah.
Harrison made this beat and he wanted to have it for himself, and I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
This is such a beat. This sounds like Nomi Superstar.
Yeah.
This sounds like the jam of the summer.
So he thought of you even before anything. He was
No,
just
Mr.
like,
Crump,
Nomi
no.
is right?
No, Mr. Crump, no.
and how have the singles?
I said, this track is definitely for me.
Yeah. And I mean, I understand that he created the
And so
beats.
we made... Sorry about that.
No, you can
so
continue.
we made this. So we made "Losing Myself." It's a song about letting go, letting love take over,
Yeah.
and being happy,
Stunning.
enjoying the moment. It's really the song that I feel we should be singing, we should be diving into, we should be experiencing. What an awesome time to be alive!
Yeah.
What an awesome time to be in South Africa when there's so much going on.
Oh.
And let's just be awesome with each other.
Completely.
Have a great time.
Have a
Losing
great time.
Myself is the way to go.
Is the way to go. Nomi, tell me, you have the Losing Myself challenge happening. How do people get involved with it? Hey, Nomi, are you still there?
People can get involved. Yes, people can get involved with Losing Myself. I'm running the Losing Myself challenge.
Yeah.
It's running on all social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, you check out the Losing Myself moves.
Yeah.
You check them out. You do them on the video.
Nice.
You shoot your video. You send your video to the number on the Instagram. There's a number.
Yeah.
Or on the Twitter, on the Facebook number. You send it via WhatsApp your video. And then we add the music and we post it. And it's just a way for people to get involved and have a great time.
And they must tag you on all social media platforms as well. Hashtag Losing Myself at Nomi Superstar, right?
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so
Bonani.
much. Nomi, before you leave, are you a lover of games? We're going to play one game quickly. Hello, Nomi? All right, I think
I didn't get that. Tell me again.
we're going to play a game quickly. It's called the 5 Questions Quiz. Are you a lover of games?
Okay.
Yeah, so here's how it works, right?
I'm a lover of games.
All right, it's 5 questions, A or B, in 15 seconds, all right?
Okay, sure.
Alrighty, let's go straight to it. Sorry, hey? Go.
It's time for the 5-question quiz.
Yeah, so look.
No, it's time for the 5.
That's okay, that's fine, but do we have the clock in? All right, Nomi, are you still with us?
Oh my goodness.
Are you still with us?
I keep losing you. My network
right.
is not the network to be on, obviously.
All right, but are you with us now? Can you hear me now?
I'm losing you. I'm losing you.
Alrighty, okay, it's fine. Nomi, we'll play this game again with you next time when we call you through, okay?
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very
so much
much.
for having me.
God bless you. Have an
Bonani
amazing one.
Drama.
Thank you so much, Nomi Superstar. Here's your track, Losing Myself by Nomi Superstar. And this one was produced by Harrison Crump. We love it so much, and we love the show so much right here on the Dramatic Talk on BrandLive.co.za. It's 2:45, folks. On the other side of this, your last news bulletins are coming through. Stick around.
Heart and not my head.
Nomi Superstar, Losing Myself, a brand new one, and it is actually quite stunning. We love it so much, folks. It's, I'm hoping that wherever she is, she's listening through, and everyone else that is following her, fans also be listening through. The other single she has is You Are by Nomi Superstar, produced by Harrison Crump, and it's actually quite stunning. It's very international sound, and it is Nomi Superstar by all means. Sister Tunsiki Mazwai and Tandiswa King Ta Mazwai as well. 14:49 Central African Time. Straight to it. It's time for your Lost News Bulletin.
It's the headlines.
Recapping your news this afternoon, Parliament welcomes visa reforms announced by Gigaba, and Twitter to ban dehumanizing comments with user help. A very good afternoon. I am Rose Rataha. Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs, Hlomane Chauke, has welcomed the broad visa-related reforms announced by Home Affairs Minister Malusi Gigaba on Tuesday. The reforms are aimed at boosting tourism and implementing various visa modifications to enable ease of travel for business people and to attract much-needed investment, Chauke said in a statement on Wednesday. As part of the reforms, Gigaba said that documentation proving parental consent for a minor to travel was no longer a requirement. However, it is strongly recommended that travelers carry this documentation, he said. The visa reforms are due to be implemented ahead of the festive season because of their potential to create economic growth. Furthermore, the committee welcomed visa reforms intended to benefit business people from BRICS, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, Chauke added. Twitter on Tuesday reached out to users for help crafting a ban on comments that dehumanize people and set the stage for real-world violence. A policy change that Twitter has been working on for several months is intended to broaden hateful content restrictions at the service to include barring tweets dehumanizing people based on race, religion, sexual orientation, or other social grouping. Language that makes someone less than human can have repercussions off the service, including normalizing serious violence. Vijaya Gad and Dal Harvey of the Twitter Trust and Safety team said in a blog post, "We want to expand our hateful conduct policy to include content that dehumanizes others based on their membership in an identifiable group, even when the material does not include a direct target." Catch me again next week between 2 to 3 p.m. bringing you your latest news and sports bulletin. Temperatures remain 29 degrees Celsius in Johannesburg, 28 in Lagos, 23 degrees Celsius in Washington, D.C. If we have missed anything, feel free to let us know on our social media platforms using the hashtag #TheDramaticTalk. We are brandlive.co.za on Facebook, Brand Live Radio on Twitter. I am Khaukelo Rebel Rose Rataha on Facebook as well. You are still tuned into the Dramatic Talk with Bongani Drama.
Thank you so much, Rose, for those lost news bulletins. We'll catch you again next week, right here on the Dramatic Talk on brandlive.co.za. Hacking your internet 2 to 3 p.m. It's always good. It's always nice. 14:52 Central African Time, folks. I'm going to be giving you a double play for your double pleasure. Quite amazing one. The first one is Do Me a Glass, and we're going to be coming through with Nonzogazi Igugu as well, right here on the Dramatic Talk on brandlive.co.za. See you on the other side of this. Stick around.
Shumayeli, kwahlozeka wesangoma, awubhule ukuthi
Now, this is
Bongari drama.
Nonswagazi igugu right, check the tomato talk on breadlive.co.za. 3 minutes to 3 folks, Central African time, and we really absolutely like you for streaming in. It has been quite an amazing show. It has been amazing. It has been stunning. We love you so much for it. Now, if you missed the show, well, we had the show, the Convo Corner, we're talking male rape. It was quite a phenomenon, and thank you so much for all your comments coming through. Hashtag the Convo Corner at Bongani_drama at Brand Live Radio on Twitter, brandlive.co.za on Facebook as well. Dramatainment came through. We were looking at, what's her name again? The woman that gets naked.
Zoto
Abantu. She got a reality TV show, and Kanye West and Nick Cannon decided to squash their beef and literally come back and be amazing as well. Rose Rotaha brought you your sports news at 2:30, and had a chill and chat with Nomi superstar Nomsa Mazwai, a conversation over the telephone, and she literally told us everything about her new singles and her baby as well, and her career and everything else that's been happening in her life as well. Otherwise, folks, it has been quite amazing. Thank you so much for streaming in. Rose, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again next week. It has been quite an amazing one. The name is Bongani Drama, folks. Keep it, know it, and never forget it. The God be the glory. Have an amazing one further. Bye-bye.
I love my work and it just got paid. I love my work and it just got paid. Yeah. I say the book says one-on-one that's when you weigh in. A good pay used to pay, put to up my stress. Crime pays, watch me kill versus me, I'm my only competition. Week after week, more hits, boy, grinding. I see them getting weak, cause we throwing heavy punches. Bringing up the round, I'm the only one paying. Haters don't like good shit like Satan. Won't stress about them, I'm out here getting faded. But they want to elevate above Molly and the whalers. Must spend it like my first pay, drink it like I'm thirsty. Everything I'm wasting money, please just ignore me. You ain't my financial advisor, please don't advise me. Any money more money, that's for sure. Look on bone on reposo, painting pictures with my flow. Hip hop Michelangelo. It's all for the dough, ho. I love my work and it just got paid. I love my work and it just got paid. It's my money, I'ma spend it how I like. I work hard for it, be no lie. Please don't stress me, bride, this is mine. Let me throw this money in the sky.
I grew up, but all I knew was I wasn't gonna die poor, so I stood up, Bukdalang Botindala grew up. I'm not good at saving money. I invested, spend it for a makeup channel. I'm so reckless. When they told me to save money for a rainy day, I told them I'm the one that makes it.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is
Bongani Drama.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville. This is brandlive.co.za.